All right, so let's talk about what we're doing. We're gonna make some shrimp stew. This is our 1 quart Dutch oven, and we got some charcoal down there. I need to figure out how much of charcoal to use, etc. Then we have our 1 quart Dutch oven. I don't know if I said it earlier, but our Jambalaya pot Dutch oven. I think I said Dutch oven first. And there is a difference. Typically, a Dutch oven is this shape, and a Jambalaya pot is rounded, and it has legs or it doesn't. Just depends. The legs just mean you can stand it up on the ground over a fire like that. So let's add a little bit of clarified butter to the Jambalaya pot. So the clarified butter, all you need to do is add butter to, and look on the bottom, that's all of the milk fat down there. So you just heat it up really slow. What I did 1 stick of butter. I did 1 stick of butter, and I put that stick of butter in this little bitty metal stainless cup. And what I did after that was I put it on a water bath. And I did that just to make sure I didn't burn the butter because of the milk fat burning. All right, so I just put a little clarified butter in there. When you clarify butter, it makes the smoke point higher, so it actually becomes an oil in that sense. It won't burn as easy. And I'm trying to figure out my setup for this. I would like to have more of an air gap down there, but we're going to get it straight. I'm just using what I have. And this is some flour, all-purpose flour, and I'm going to make a roux with that. Now, I'm going to go get might need a little bit more flour, yeah. So typically when you make a roux, you want equal parts flour and whatever fat you decide to use, whether it's butter or whatever. I'm just covering this up. So let's add a little bit more flour to our roux. And we're going to use our trusty chopsticks to stir. I guess I would need to use my left hand because the camera is right there on my right side. I ain't gonna lie, I don't get excited much, but I think this is so cool to be able to use these little pots and to cook in them. I'll tell you a little story. My uncle was on Cutthroat Kitchen, and the episode was Grease Lightning. And then he was on it another time for a different episode, but he won one of them. And the good thing was, in the episode that he was in, Grease Lightning, he had to do a risotto, and they gave him a medicine dropper to be able to add the liquid to the risotto. So he should have just used a teaspoon, a few blades of rice to make it, but he didn't. And that was the whole point of the show, to sabotage. Now, typically, if you're doing a roux, you don't cover it up. I have 1 piece of garlic, 1 habanero that's really small, and then I have a frozen bell pepper, celery, onion blend. And we're going to add that to the roux once the roux is the right color. I'm amazed at this. So if you're doing a cheese sauce, like if you make mac and cheese or baked mac and you want to make a cheese sauce, it starts with a bechamel. That's one of the mother sauces. And this is about the color that you want your bechamel to be. And the bechamel is just a blonde. We call it a blonde roux. So when you make a blonde roux, that's the color you want. And like if you want to make a cheese sauce, what you would do, you would season this with salt and black pepper and some garlic powder. And then you would add some milk to it. And the milk, yeah, and it'll thicken up. And then you would add whatever cheese you're going to use to that. So that's how you do a cheese sauce. And I'm only covering this back up just to keep the heat in, because we're cooking on charcoal, so it's a laborious process. All right. Now, we put clarified butter in there, but typically you don't need to do that unless you're doing like a pilaf. Then that's when you would add something to your rice. So what we're gonna do is, I know y'all hadn't seen it in a while, but we're about to do it. Got an ounce of rice. And to our boot, we're gonna add an ounce of hot water. And it's okay if it run over. At the Cozumel boot. And we'll add that to the rice. Now we're gonna season that rice. Got a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And we're gonna get us a stir. And you know what? I just realized I'm forgetting something. Hey, look at that. Got a bay leaf. Now, if you ever cook rice out of bay leaf, and just check out the flavor of the rice. And depending on how much rice you make, you might want to add more bay leaf. Choo-wee. The roux action. Oh. No, you never want to do this in real life. Like this isn't real life, but you don't take your lid off your rice. But I'm just checking it because I swapped the burners. So I put the rice on this one and I changed this pot and put, let's check this rice. And I'm only doing this because I don't know what I'm doing. And I don't want to have an issue. Oh, that's good. That rice is perfect. All right. That rice is perfect. Man. I'm ready to eat now. So now what I'm gonna do is just organize my fire. All right, so I did the old switcheroo again, and the rice is perfect. Now we're gonna check the roux, and it looks like I'm losing a little heat. But other than that, I like it a little darker than that, but you know, we're gonna call that good. So now we're gonna add the aromatics: bell pepper, celery, onion, habanero, and you add the aromatics after you get your roux to the color you want, because the aromatics stop the roux from cooking. stops it from continuing to cook. So hearing all of that moisture, those aromatics is a good sign. So now you let this sweat down. You let this sweat down and get tender. And then you have the next step. Let's save our heat. Now this is gonna be spicy because you saw that big old habanero. So let's go in for a peek. Oh Lord, I hope we didn't burn it. That roux thickened up. I'm just playing, we didn't burn it. All right, so that's what we want. We'll add 1 ounce. Look at that soup. Man, I should have went dark on everything. Oh my goodness, this is not a good color for stew. Not from no Cajun. And that's on me. I'm gonna add a little bit more water. Have to ask first lady for that kitchen bouquet. So now we're just gonna let it stir up and thicken. All right now, let's check on it, see how it's doing. Ooh, look at that color, look at that stew. Now, I should have did this earlier, but I add that bay leaf and some salt and pepper to the stew. Now we're gonna give it a stir see. Ooh, look at that stew. Ooh. Okay, now, we told you it was gonna be a shrimp stew. So we gotta add the shrimp. Now, these shrimp are from the market. They're already peeled and cleaned and all that good stuff. Ooh. How you like that? How you like that? No. We're gonna just give them a stir. Ooh, look at that stew. Ooh. I don't know about you, but I'm excited. Cover that back up and let it cook. One thing we want to do, since the rice is cooked, we want to fluff it. That means just give it a stir. And if you want, you can remove the bay leaf out. You can take that bay leaf out. It's up to you. Totally. Now, when I tasted that stew, it just needed a little bit more seasoning. So we're gonna add a little salt. Oh yeah, it's looking good. Looking real good. Ooh-wee. Look at it. That's perfect. All right now. So let's see what it's looking like, because I think we're close to being done. Whoo! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now this stew not real thick, even though it's called a stew, because I didn't put the potatoes in it. And I didn't want to use that much roux. And I'm still trying to figure out some of the portions with this particular setup. But now let's do the plate up. So we're gonna take a little bit of rice. Whoo! Now this is basmati rice. How you like that? How you like that? How you like that? Get a little stew. 'Cause Let's get some of that stew. This is so silly, man. This is so silly. Now we have sous chef and we have first lady, and they're gonna they're gonna sample the stew. And I want to say thank you for watching this video. I want to say thank you for supporting the channel. And I want to say thank you for putting up with all of this foolishness, like this video, cooking in these Liberty pots. Now that's too much, but you know what? It's okay. Now, how you like that? And guess what? Weed off of silver spoons, huh? Huh? Now I'm gonna get this to First Lady, and she gonna tell you what she think off camera. Now I'm gonna make sous chef plate right now.
This is too silly.
Too silly?
This is adorable.
I know. I did that for you.
It's like when you were a kid and you play kitchen. You have your play kitchen.
Mm-hmm. How does stew taste?
It's good.
It's good. I know it ain't brown as I normally do it, but tell sous chef come taste this, please. People are dying.
Madison, will you please come taste this?
People are dying. Now this ain't as pretty as what I did for First Lady, but I still love it up same. All right. Now this one is for sous chef. Sous chef, baya. Dende. Sous chef is never in a good mood. Could you tell the people you don't have to eat it all? I just wanted you to taste it. You don't want all of that. That's big as a chicken nugget. It's good? Get out of here. Yeah, so look how much she tried. So guess what? More for me and you. I'm gonna tell you. This is really good. That clarified butter roux, that's where it's at. C'est bon. And you know what it tastes like. So now I'm gonna be a fat boy, like I told y'all. Oh Lord, be a fat boy. Get some more. I should save some for Chef and Biker and nephew. Might just do that. Might save the rest for Chef Biker because we play Monopoly on Monday. So good. You might be saying that's too hot. Could be. But my grandfather used to say, or as I refer to him as Papa, make your mouth run water. And he was right. He was right. One day I'll do a video on what he called the push me back. And look, that was really good. And that's why I eat on camera, because I want you to know if it's good or not.